Most people want to reach a high position in their job and make a ton of money, but only a few of them are willing to work 70 hours per week, long trips, unpleasant corporative work, and company meaningless hierarchy. Most people want to have amazing sex and an awesome relationship, but only a few of them are willing to face tough conversations, awkward silence, hurted feelings, and emotional psychodrama. Happiness demands fight. Most people want to have a perfect body, but that will only happen if they truly enjoy the pain and the effort. Most people want to launch their business, but one no one becomes an entrepreneur unless they find a way to enjoy the risk, the failures, and the insane amount of hours that may not result into anything. Most people want a partner, a husband or a wife, but we cannot attract someone without enjoying the emotional instability, the rejections, and the sexual tensions that is never released. It's all part of the game of love. You can't win unless you play. This quote, I take this quote from this book. It's in Portuguese, but the book is the subtle art of saying fuck off. That's the book. It's from Mark Manson. And I've been reading this book for a while, and I loved it. I was never a guy that read, I was never a guy that liked or enjoyed reading, but thanks to this book, I'm really liking to read, and I'm really taking a part of my day to read. Well, you maybe are asking yourself, what does this book have of so special? Well, I mean only page 15, 50, but I can say this is a book that will help a lot of teenagers like me because it's a book that gives us another perspective of our life, of our values, of our moral codes, and everything. And this talks about saying fuck off to things. Because people are always so worried about everything. And these teach us how can we be better, how can we improve ourselves, and most importantly, how can we stop being, how do you say, useless. This teaches us to take action. But today I'm not going to talk about the book. I'm going to talk about this quote that was in this book. Was in Portuguese. I translated. Not I did not put everything, but I think I've said the essential. Well, there are people who are born with talent. Here in Europe, we all say that, for example, in soccer, Messi were born with talent, and Ronaldo is fruits of hard work. Well, I believe that hard work beats talent every goddamn time. You know, a talented person that does not work hard is never will never beat. the untalented person that works very, 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 very hard. No, obsession wins talent every time. You may be the most talented guy in the world, but are you obsessed? Is the only thing that is the only thing you think about? It's not. You know, a talent, a talented person has an advantage, but if they don't work, that advantage means nothing. Through my life, people always told me that I was a very smart person, and I know that. When I talk to someone about something, I'm always the smarter person in the room. I know how to say things, how to explain things, how to be explained, and most of the topics we can discuss, I know a little bit about it. Politics, economics, culture, history, geography, physics, chemistry, biology, geology, and besides all my talent, I was never good at school because I never worked that talent. Well, I never studied for quiz. I'm not a guy who studies a lot, and my marks are not that great. But I know that if I worked hard, I would be the best student in my school. But the question here is that I don't. And why is that? I've said here, if you want something, you gotta be, you have to be willing to go through the pain, the effort, and everything that comes with your goal. If you want to be a very good student, you have to sacrifice your hours to study. Instead of playing Fortnite, you gotta be studying. I never did that. And if you ask me, do you regret it? Absolutely fucking not. Because I am smart, but I'm not gifted to be a good student. In my personal opinion, I think I would be a very good student, like straight A's, but I never were. And throughout my life, a lot of people said to me that I'm a waste of talent because I'm too smart and I never get a good grade. Well, there are a lot of things I would prefer to be talent, but no. Instead of that, I have a gift, but I don't use it, and that's my point. You don't have to. A lot of people, I've talked to a lot of people about this, and most of them said to me, "You gotta use the gift you have." That's not true. You have to be capable of creating new gifts. Because I'm going to say here a thing, might be polemic or not, but you are not born with talent. Talent is developed in your mind or in your body. You may say, oh, Messi, he's very talented. No, he's not. Maybe he is, but he was not born with that talent. He played football, he played soccer for what, 30 years of his life. Of course he know how to do it. Ronaldo is the exact same thing. You know, I was not born smart, but when I was with my dad, for example, I was not talking about him. I was not talking to him about the weather. No, I was asking questions about World War II. and about politics and economics. And that's the thing. You are not born with anything. If you work very hard, you are capable of reach everything you ever dreamed of. But you gotta enjoy the pain. You gotta enjoy the process to do that. For example, bodybuilders. You can say uh, Sam Sulek has very good genetics. That may be true. But if Sam Sulek did not work out, his genetics would not they wouldn't mean anything. Because are a guy that is willing to put in the effort will always beat the guy that is not. I've know a lot of them people, loads of them, and a lot of them have better marks than I do. But I'm not willing to sacrifice my time to study that hard because even though I don't study, I have a pretty good, decent marks. I will not be able to enter the most prestigious college in my country, but I will enter a very good one. And that's the thing. I was never willing to put the work to be a good student, but I was willing to put the work to other things. For example, in 2022, I was a fat ass, and I put to work, and 5 months later, I was not checked, but I lost a ton of weight because I put to work. I was willing to do it. I enjoyed the process to lose weight, and you can do it as well. Not only about marks, not only about gym, not only about work, everything. If you are willing to enjoy this process, to suffer the pain, you will reach everything you ever dreamed of. Everything. And I know this might be scary. You're thinking, oh, I'm not that kind of guy. I don't have any talent. I don't have any gift. I cannot do it. You gotta think otherwise. You have every gift in the world. If you want to be a farmer, you can be a farmer. If you want to be a singer, you can be a singer. For example, Slash, the Guns N' Roses guitarist. He has talent. He of course he has. But he played 10 hours a day for 10 years without stopping. That's talent, of course. But it's also hard work. Same goes to Van Halen. Same goes to, I don't know, fucking Katy Perry. I don't care. If you truly enjoy the process, I've heard a quote one day that is like, a person who loves what he does will never work a day in his life. And that's so goddamn true. If I loved studying, if I loved going to school, I wouldn't work a day in my life. If you play soccer and you love it, you are not working. And that is not a negative thing, that's a very good thing actually. Because someone who does what loves has the best job in the world. But most people they don't love what they do. And that's why they are always complaining about everything of their job because they don't really like it. And that's the big problem. So I would end this video by saying that I'm gonna end this video by saying three things. First one, read the goddamn book. Second one is hard work beats talent every goddamn day of the week. Does not matter the time, does not matter how, when, Where does not matter. Work very, very hard for anything you ever dreamed of. God, God will be in your side if you do it. So do it. And the third thing is, if you ever find a job or a job that you really, really love, don't waste it. Grab it with everything you have because that job is a dream of a lot of people. Most of people they dream about doing something they love, but they can't. So if you ever got that opportunity, do not let it go. Thank you for watching this video. I know it's small, I know it's fast, but it is what it is. I did not introduce myself in the beginning, so hello, I'm Matias Campos. I am developing a project called Planirams Club. It's a channel you are watching this video, and my goal is to help you, young people like me, to see the world in a different way, in my way. If you have any comments to do, please do. I'll answer it. Any questions? And don't forget to to like the video and subscribe to Planirams Club. Can become a part of this amazing family we have. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.